everybody, and welcome back to Dragon Wing Diamonds. I am here today with a WIP in chat. WIP stands for Work in Progress, and chat, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about my week. This is also the first official video of Nightcourt November. Yay! I've been seeing some awesome start photos, and we actually already had somebody complete their painting, which is really cool. Just a heads up, my dog is playing with this toy, so you're probably going to hear little gremlin noises under the table there. So yeah, let's get into it. So my accessories today, I am using my Bijou Bliss tray. I'm using the Drills and Chills event tray. I am using my Enablers Outpost pen, and I believe this was a cocoon blank that they purchased and turned. Of course, that always does that every time when I'm starting. I am using my little trash minder here from Amazing Craft Shop. I love her resin stuff. And also, I know it's like past the season, or past the holiday for it, but I'm also using this little trinket tray. Just because it's the only one I have, first off, and second, it's just so cute. I can't help not using it. And then, I'm using this washi tape from Amanda Michelle Designs. I thought it was perfect for my Azrael painting I'm doing, because they live in a mountainous area, so it's perfect. And then I am using Vanilla Cupcake, putty. Oh my gosh, word escaped me for a second there. And I am using hot chocolate or hot cocoa glue dots from Snack Crafters Cafe. Is that everything? I think so. So I am trying for this event to use as much stuff from sponsors as I can. So we got Amazing Craft Shop, we got Bijou Bliss, we got Enablers Outpost. I should have some WE Wax coming here shortly, and once I get that, I will be swapping over to using that as well. Because the lovely Laura, she agreed to sponsor the event for us. So yeah. Sorry, just made my coffee and sat down. I was gonna watch somebody else, like somebody live stream, and I was like, and they're like, "Oh, happy Wednesday!" I'm like, "Oh crap, I gotta do my weapon chat." So let's get a color and let's get going here. Oh really? Oh, number 9. Oh yeah, I have to talk about my painting too. So the painting I am working on is called Shadow Singer, and this is by the artist Tony Viento, and this is a Jade Gem Shop painting, and Jade is also one of our sponsors. Actually, I think it's partially because of Jade that Sophie's like, oh, I kind of want to do this now. So yeah. How's everybody doing? Hope you guys are having a good week. Mine has been kind of stressful, surprisingly, but I'll definitely get there. So last left off, it was Wednesday last week, I think I recorded, because yeah, Tuesday was Halloween, and it was just crazy, and I remember talking about everything that happened on Halloween. Oh my gosh. So Thursday was kind of just a casual day. It was just me home with the babies, taking care of them. It wasn't too bad that day. Like, both the littles were actually pretty well behaved and stuff like that. Oh, and when I say the babies, I mean Sydney and the puppy. That's kind of how we've been referring to them, because honestly, they're both babies. So, what are you doing? He's playing with this green doggy that he's almost got broken in half already. So yeah, Thursday was kind of just like a chill day. Not much happened. We kind of were just like gearing up and getting ready. I think I did some homework because this weekend was a busy weekend. So yeah, and then of course, you know, I had the boys and everything like that. So we were just doing the school thing, and at least I didn't have to worry about my class. I didn't have class on Thursday, so it was just kind of, yeah, it was just kind of the day. So, we get to Friday, and Friday night is when we started our fundraiser. So I did a 24-hour live stream over the weekend, and we live stream video games to raise money for Extra Life, which is like raising money for children's hospitals, specifically the one closest to us, Strong Memorial Hospital. So we were like, we started, the way we do it, because since it is 24 hours straight of gaming and stuff like that, and then you're done. What we do is we start Friday night at 9 p.m. so that way when we're finishing, it's Saturday night at 9 p.m. and we can just go to bed at a normal hour. That's the way we found like works best for us and stuff like that. And yeah. So since we were doing that, we had it all set. My friend April was gonna come and help us with Sydney and Zero. And then the boys went to have a sleepover at their grandma and grandpa's house at my fiance's ex-in-law's house. So everything worked out nicely, although I was nervous because, like, you know, last couple weeks I've been sick. The boys woke up on Friday morning, like, Drake sounded like a frog. Like, literally, he's like, my voice is really deep. It was really cute, actually. But yeah, he woke up sounding like a frog, and Alex was saying that he had a sore throat, and I'm like, oh crap, these boys got our cold. And I was just like, man, and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna ruin everything, because then the grandparents are gonna want them over there if they're sick and stuff like that. And then my fiance's like, no, chill, it's fine. Well, he didn't say it like that, but you know, he's like, no, it's fine. They'll still take them. Like, they're not gonna just say no because they're not feeling good. And it's like, oh, okay. So yeah, that did still work out. They went over to their grandparents and apparently had a blast with their sleepover, and they didn't sleep much, which, I mean, neither did we. And it was funny, Alex was like, yeah, I didn't really sleep much. I'm like, I bet I didn't sleep more than you did. So, but yeah, so then we were planning to start at 9, and like, I had it all planned out in my head perfectly. I was like, yeah, I know how we're gonna do this. Oh yeah, Thursday also was like pushing to finish Halloween Spooky Pumpkins. I needed to get that done. Like, I just wanted it done so that way when I was done with Extra Life, I could kit out my Nautical November kit and start working on that. And plus, you know, when you're working on giant canvas, it's like, okay, please just be done now. And that's how I was feeling. Like, I still absolutely love it. The rendering is absolutely stunning on it. I still need to record my post review for it, but yeah, it's a lot. So yeah, I ended up finishing that up literally minutes before, like the minute before we logged in the stream. But anyways, yeah, I had the evening planned out absolutely perfectly in my mind, because I was like, okay, so we decided to try to stay up late the night before, and I was like, okay, so this way we can nap tomorrow. We'll be guaranteed to take a nap because we'll be tired. And then I was like, yeah, so we'll get the boys over to grandparents' house, and then we will get, like, while you're doing that, I'll get Sydney in bed, and then when all that's done, we can lay down for a nap, and we can get up and get ready for streaming and stuff like that. Do you see the flaw in my plan? Do you see what I forgot? So we stayed up late the night before, and then we get to the day, and then we're like, we're working through the plan and stuff like that, and all of a sudden my fiance goes, oh yeah, what are we gonna do for dinner? I'm like, oh my god, I cannot believe I forgot dinner. Oh my god. So I was like, oh crap. And like, we were eating a lot of takeout last week too, because, you know, we've been dealing with like Halloween and Drake's birthday, and we just didn't get a chance to go grocery shopping and all that. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is rough. And so we're like, well, we don't really have time to cook, but we don't want to get takeout again and stuff like that. So we did end up getting takeout. I can't remember what we ended up getting, but we did get takeout. And then we were like, okay, well, oh yeah, we DoorDash Chili's, that's what it was. So that way we could continue getting ready and stuff. So, in reality, what we probably should have done was get the computer set up and like OBS all set up and tested before we started, or before the day of streaming. But you know how life is. It was just a crazy week in general for us. And so like, I did manage to get like maybe a 45-minute nap while waiting for the food to get here. He let me lay down, and he was basically getting the technology all sorted out, because like, my plan for the stream was like, okay, I'm gonna do some Genshin, because I was behind on some story quests and that. And then like, we knew we were gonna be playing team games with Among Us and stuff like that, and like Fall Guys. And then I was like, okay, well, I might do some World of Warcraft, or yeah, I was gonna do some World of Warcraft because I still had some storylines to catch up there. And then I was like, oh, and then I'll just do Spyro when I get like super tired and can't focus on anything. So like the end of my stream was playing Spyro on my PS4, but in order to do that, we had to get it all hooked up with a capture card to my desktop. So he was doing that, and yeah. So yeah, we got all raring to go and stuff, and yeah, he finished setting up while I was like pushing the finish on the kit and stuff like that. So we ended up logging into stream like a few minutes late, but it's okay. We still went to the 24 hours, so it was still good. But yeah, it was so much fun. Played through the games and stuff like that, and I kind of felt bad too though, because like the first Genshin, like when I got into Genshin, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do the Archon quest because I know that's gonna be interesting, because you know that's the big main quest of the game. And so I was getting in to do that, and then I couldn't continue forward without completing another quest. And this quest was literally like run all over the place and gather these stupid little coupons because they were the currency in the prison that we were in. And it was just like, keep doing this for like 9 quest steps. And I was just like, oh my god, people are gonna get so bored watching this. Like, I felt so bad. 0, leave it. Leave it. 0. Thank you. He's getting better with that at least. So yeah, I felt bad because I was just like, oh man, everybody's gonna get bored watching this and stuff like that. And then I'm like, the whole time I'm like complaining, I'm like, I hate this place, and because it's like a lot of like up and down, and certain lifts will take you to certain areas, but others won't, and it's just such a pain in the butt. But we got through it, and then I started doing the Archon quest and got through that. And then, because we did the stay up way too late, my fiance's like, oh, I need to go lay down. I'm like, okay. Generally what we do with these streams, like one of it will like take turns laying down for like an hour and a half. So, he went up and laid down, and then I actually ended up, he said only let me sleep for an hour, and I was like, okay. I actually ended up letting him sleep for an hour and a half because I was almost done with the quest. And I was like, okay, I just want to finish this out before I go get him up, and then we swap. And so I finished out the quest, and then I got him up, and then he came down, and I went up, and I felt like it was my turn, so I zonked out for like, I think he also gave me an hour and a half. And then when I got up, he was like still like extremely tired and stuff like that. So I was like, ugh, okay, well, let's just push. Let's just try to get, like, let's just push until at least April gets here, because she was coming around like noonish, so that way I wouldn't be alone, because like at that point Sydney was awake and stuff like that. So I don't want to be alone trying to stream and handle her by myself and stuff like that. Because when she's up and roaming, she made it impossible for both of us to be on stream at the same time. And we figured, since I have more viewers on my stream, like, he was just going to sit off, and I would just manage the little one. Or, no, he would manage the little one, I would continue streaming. So, did that. And then, I think it was about, like, mid-morning or something like that. Midday, something like that. That's when I decided to switch up to World of Warcraft. And so, I did that. And logged in and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, like, I have chat and stuff, and like, I was like, oh man, what do I have to make sure, like, not to make too many names visible and stuff like that. And then I noticed my little picture, like the box with my face camera, and it blocked the World of Warcraft chat perfectly. I was like, oh cool, nobody's gonna see that. So get in game there, start doing quest lines and stuff, and then I get pinged by one of my guildies. Well, he pinged me, but then I was also letting the dog out. So when I got back in, he was like, I like responded, like I said something to him on Discord, and he logged off. I'm like, sorry, I was taking the dog out. Because like when I was taking the dog out, that's when April showed up and stuff. So got her all situated with the babies and everything. Told her I owe her dinner after after all that she did taking care of them. Because oh my goodness, she knows what I deal with every day now. Let's just say that much. It's pretty funny. Like one moment, like I heard like, Sydney, don't do that. No, Zero, stop. I was just like, yep, that sounds like me every day. And so I was like, I owe you dinner after this one. So So yeah, ended up, yeah, so I responded to my guilty. I was like, hey, what's up? Sorry, I was taking the dog out and stuff. And then he, like, got back in the game and, like, invited me to group again. I'm like, what are we doing? He's like, I got stuff for you. I'm like, oh, okay. And so I like jumped back to the main hub with it, and like he gave me some gear and stuff like that. And then he was like, I can't remember how we got in the top, or he's like, oh, what are you up to or something like that. I'm like, oh, I'm doing a live stream, so I was like going through some quest lines and stuff like that. And so he's like, oh, send me your Twitch, I want to watch. And it's like, okay. And so like I got the new gear and stuff, and then he like had me do some craft orders for him for some like weapons and stuff like that. So I did that, and then he's like, oh, go take these and convert these to tier pieces. And I'm like, okay. And then we headed, and then we split off, and I headed towards my quest objective and finished that up and stuff like that. And the next thing I know, I got another ping from him, and he's like, you want to do dungeons? I was like, he's like, I can basically solo mythic dungeons at this point. I'm like, okay. And so I was just like, this is gonna be insane. And of course, the first one we go to is like a heavy poison dungeon. I'm like, ugh, I hate this one. I hate this. And like, of course, yeah, I kept dying because we didn't have a healer with us for the first part. And then he ended up bringing in another one of our guildies. He's like, and so we're like, okay, well, here we go. So like we were like 3-manning dungeons up until the point where like managed to get a group for like the big mega dungeon. And so we did like the first 3 bosses there, and I got like a piece of gear out of that. But it was just like, it was so funny because I'm like sitting there, I'm like, man, you only did this so you could show off on my stream, didn't you? Nah, he did it to help gear me up, and he's been bored because, you know, the new stuff just dropped yesterday on Tuesday. So yeah, same with Genshin. We got new stuff dropping in Genshin too, which means I'm gonna be doing more live streaming because they have a live stream event, and to earn some currency in game, and something like there's a possibility for cash prize, but I don't get enough followers to earn a cash prize. So I'll settle for the current in-game currency, especially with the characters they got coming up here. So yeah, and then once we were like finished up with that 3rd boss, our group was like, hey, let's do some Among Us. And so we're like, okay, cool. And so I told him, like, or he was on the stream with me. He's like, okay, I gotta jet off. I tried quitting before we finished that last boss, but he's like, no, just give me one more pull. We'll get this. And I'm like, okay, fine. I was like trying not to fall asleep at my desk and stuff like that. But yeah, glad I stayed because we did get through it and stuff like that. So then we went on to the next. So we jumped into Among Us, which was absolutely hilarious. Cause like part of our group hasn't played it since last year's extra live stream, and so we get into the game, and my fiance's best friend, he was the imposter, and he goes, okay, that's right, the vents light up in red, and we're all like, and so I run over to the emergency, like me and my fiance are like racing over to the emergency button, and we hit it. And we're like, oh yeah, he's the imposter. And he's like, what did I do? Like, you know, we're like, you're the only one who can see the vents, buddy. He's like, oh crap. So yeah, that was pretty funny. And so for like the rest of the time we were playing, we kept making jokes like, hey, are your vents red? What color is your name? Because when you're in the imposter, your nameplate is red. But yeah, it was really funny. And then there's a couple times we killed that same guy just because like we're like, oh yeah, it's definitely him, and so everybody we're just messing with him like, yeah, well, we think you're the imposter, so we voted for him, and then it's like, no, it was not the imposter. He's like, oh, come on, guys. Oh. That's lit up. Okay, I was very confused for a second there. So yeah, that was highly comical. High cover. So yeah, we were laughing pretty hard during that, and hey, I just got licked. Um, and yeah, it was really a really comical day. And oh yeah. So yeah, we played Among Us for a little bit, and then unfortunately April had to jet out because her husband was coughing so hard that his chest was hurting, so she had to take him to urgent care just to get him, make sure everything's okay and stuff like that. So we ended up having to tackle the baby. So we're trying to tackle her while dealing with playing Among Us with them. And we had just gotten her up from her nap and stuff like that, and she was just being a grumpus and stuff like that. She wouldn't sit on our laps and let us play or anything like that. So I decided, like, I first off, I tried playing with her, holding her, and that didn't work out very well because she's heavy now, guys. She's so heavy. So I can't just hold her with one arm anymore because my arm got so tired so quickly. And so I jumped out of the game. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna make sure she's content and not yelling at us. And then she was content for a little bit, so I jumped into the next game, and then she got mad again. So I was like, crap. And then we got to the point where I was getting closer to bedtime anyways, and I think that's the point we stopped playing Among Us. So so my fiance ended up putting a stream on pause, and then he had to go pick up the boys because they were coming back at about Sydney. Well, first he got Sydney in bed, and then dinner in bed, and then he went and picked up the boys. And so I was just playing Spyro while he did all that. Managed to get through a decent amount. I got to the second world in the second game or something like that. I forgot how fun that game is too. But yeah, I ended up playing that for the rest of my stream, and then we ended up finally logging off. And on game day itself, we actually did I hit my goal, which was really exciting. I did raffle off a Etsy gift card, and my girl Stealthy Crafter actually won it. That was really exciting. But yeah, I ended up raising, by the end my total was $210 for the charity and stuff like that, which that was really exciting because that's the most I've ever raised myself for the charity. So that was an exciting moment for me. I actually got some loot for it too. I got a decal, and I have a t-shirt coming, so I'm really excited about that because it's oh, I did this. And so next year I know I gotta plug it just a little bit more and get a little bit more ready for it. So yeah, but if you guys are still interested in donating or anything like that, I'll make sure to post the link below. Zero, leave it. Zero, 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 leave it. I'll make sure to post the link below. Donations are open until the end of the year, and then we'll start again for next year. But yeah, I love doing this charity event because it's fun, first off, because who doesn't love playing video games for 24 hours straight? But it also I love what it benefits, because it's not the money doesn't just go to the hospital. The money goes to the families who need it, the kids who have these long-term illnesses and have to get care for so long, and in hospital care and stuff. This money goes to help them. It doesn't just go to the hospital. So yeah, that's why I'm always so big on it. That's why I'm happy to do it and everything like that. So yeah, I did community service all weekend in the form of video games. So yeah, that was my weekend. And then yeah, Saturday we logged off about it was a little bit after 9 because like I said, we started a little late, so we went by my counter because my fiance had to restart his stream. But since I have my brand new fancy computer and stuff like that, that thing was a beast. That thing was nope, we're gonna handle this. We're gonna go. We're gonna truck. So yeah, made it it kept me in stream for 24 hours straight, and so I was the one with the counter and stuff. So And I was like, heck yeah. What are you doing? You weirdo. What are you doing? So yeah. Where is that? Oh yeah, so that. So we logged off stream. And of course, like, we're starving because we barely ate anything. Like, we actually got snacks and stuff. Like, we got pizza rolls. I mean, I know it's not the healthiest thing in the world, but you know, you're having a game day. So we had some pizza rolls, but we didn't actually make them and eat them. I think mostly because, like, my fiance ended up taking a second nap and stuff like that, and he was just so tired and stuff. So, yeah, we were just like, well, and now we get to the lunchtime on Saturday, and I'm like, oh my god, I haven't like eaten in hours. And everyone's like, oh my god, you need to eat something. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm sorry. So yeah, once my fiance got up, we're like, okay, we need to eat. Like, that's number one that we have to take care of. So yeah, once we got off the stream, we're like starving, and we're like, okay, what do we want to eat? And like, my fiance's like, well, I can make those pizza rolls. I'm like, no, I kind of want something a little bit more substantial, you know? And so we ended up having tuna melts at like 10 o'clock at night for dinner. So yeah, we had our tuna melts, and then I basically just laid on the couch and stretched my legs out because, you know, I don't sit normally in a chair. I sit cross-legged. I know it's so bad for my hips and my knees and everything like that, but I can't help it. Like, I try to actively sit with my legs down, and I just can't. Like, I just I'm just more comfortable with them up. So, Zero, can you please wait? Can you be patient? Oh, no, okay, you're fine. He's over laying it under the chair now. So yeah, I'm like laying on the couch stretching out, and he made our food, and I was like going through like all the clothes, like I was going through and claiming all my rewards and stuff like that, and yeah, it was great. And then we ate, and then went upstairs and like mellowed out for bed. I think we were in bed by like 11. And there's Cat. Zero, leave him alone. Zero, stop tracking him. He's gonna kick your butt. Zero, come on. Come here. Zero. Shadow, I didn't call you over. I'm trying to get you away from him. Oh my goodness, the drama in this house. Get away from him. Shoo. Okay. This is not good. Don't you start barking there, doggo. Where was I? Oh yeah, so yeah, we got all settled into bed and stuff, and of course it was like daylight savings, and we gained an hour, I believe it was. Stop! Oh my god. Ah! Okay, I think we're good now. I scared Shadow because I poked him. I tried getting him out of there. Okay, so yeah, it was daylight savings. So we gained an hour. And like I was like, well, you took 2 naps, so I'm gonna tag you in for getting up with the baby. Get out from under here. Get. Can you guys behave, please? Okay. So I was like, yeah, I was like, you got 2 naps, so I'm gonna say that you get up with the baby. He's like, okay, fine. So he did that. I think she got up about 8, maybe. I know like all the kids like actually slept in past what they usually do. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to deal with this probably. If he gets barking, I'm gonna have to deal with this. So yeah, we and then I kept sleeping until like 10, I think it was, that I got up. And it was funny because like I got up and I was like, wow, I slept long and I slept hard. And my fiance's like, he's like, yeah, you slept like for almost like 12 hours. I'm like, this is the most I've ever slept since Sydney was born. Like, which is so exciting. Shadow, go upstairs if you don't want to be near him. Zero. Leave him alone. Guys, my life is dramatic. These animals are dramatic. Okay, just double checking the time because I don't know. I wasn't sure how long I was talking for yet. So yeah, woke up the next day and I was feeling. Oh my God, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so my daughter's currently trying to crawl out of her crib. That's her new thing that she tries to do. Anyways, today is the day that she does not succeed again. Okay. So, where was I? Oh yeah, so I woke up feeling great and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be a great day. It indeed was not a great day because the boys were just really not listening all day and it was like causing so much trouble and stuff like that. Like, so Alex lost his Switch case, so he's lost like 90% of his games and he gets bored easily and he like complains about being bored and it's like, well, then find your Switch case and actually like make an effort to find it. Don't just like say it's definitely not here because it's got to be somewhere. So, you know, it's like the only places I can think it could be at this point is like somewhere at his mom's house, or it's up at his grandparents' cottage and stuff like that. But I think they've been up there since then, and I think they confirmed that that's not up there. So like it's like, okay, it's probably somewhere at your mom's house. You probably just aren't looking for it. Just look for it. But anyways, so yeah, he doesn't have access to like 90% of his games right now, and so he like basically he's like, because we got a text from the neighbor nice and early being like, oh, boys want to play, and we asked the boys and they're like, no, we just kind of want to relax today. I'm like, okay. So, Zero, come on. Can you please stop causing trouble? I'm almost done here, Copper. So we, so yeah, they said they didn't want to go out and play and stuff like that because like they were feeling a little icky and stuff, and I was like, okay, it's fine. He's like, yeah, I just want to have a relaxing day. This dog is pissing me off. Hold on. Always needs to go out when I'm doing something, so once again, BRB. Okay. I swear sometimes he just like makes me take him outside and hopes he's gonna get a treat when he gets back in. But he only gets a treat if he goes both, so didn't work this time. Okay. But yeah, so boys wanted to have a relaxing day. So yeah, but you know, Alex got bored quickly during that relaxing day, and like him and Drake started being like incredibly obnoxious, and like they kept doing this at points where like Sydney was napping and stuff. It's like, okay, you need to calm down because you cannot wake that little girl up. Like she is so grumpy when she doesn't get a nap. And so eventually like Alex was like, can I go play up in my room? And I was like, I'm like, as long as you're playing Switch, you don't touch those toys until she's up from her nap. He's like, yeah, it's okay. And so he went upstairs. And then my fiance comes down from his nap, because you know we always like do that, like whoever gets up early ends up taking a nap. Well, not always, but most of the time we do that. He's been doing it more than I have lately because I've been getting enough sleep lately. But yeah, he checked on Alex before he came down, and apparently he was like sorting through the Hot Wheels, and like when my fiance came down, I'm like, I told him not to touch those toys because Sydney's we're trying to get Sydney to nap. And so my fiance ended up going back upstairs and telling him, like, didn't Mackenzie tell you not to do this? And he's like, yeah. And so when he came back down, I literally asked him, like, okay, so I literally told you not to do one thing and you still did it anyways. Why? And he's like, I don't know. Like, that's just answer to everything. I don't know. It's like, oh my God. And so like I was explaining to him, like, I know this kind of sucks right now, but we kind of are living by Sydney's schedule. Like, we just need to do things by her schedule because, you know, she has different needs than the rest of us, and she can't really take care of herself. So, so yeah, that was causing some problems. And then, of course, you know, they're bored and stuff, and so they're, like, being ridiculous and, like, overly, they're just being really loud. And I was just like, I personally was getting frustrated because it's like, oh my god. Like, I asked them to tone down their volume, and then immediately after it's like right back up or higher up than it was. And it's like, okay, do you guys just like think you have to do the opposite of what I say? Like, what the heck? And so eventually they're like, can we go outside and play? I was like, I thought you didn't want to go outside and play. And he's like, well, I changed my mind. I'm like, okay, well, let me talk to Dad about it and see what he says. So I asked my fiance about it, and he's like, yeah, it's fine, we'll just get, he's like, I don't know what to do about clothes. I'm like, well, they're going back to their mom's later anyway, so let's just give them clothes, let's just put them back in that, put clothes to go back to her and stuff. Because in reality, the clothes just end up in the wash, or they end up in the laundry after coming back from us, so yeah, we got them dressed, and they went outside and played basically up until they had to leave. No, they played right up until the last second they had to leave, actually. And then we had a moment where it's like, oh, well, I don't have my socks. And it's like, where are your socks? And apparently, well, thankfully the socks were like socks that were from here. And we told them, like, yeah, you can wear them over your mom's house and you just throw them out when you get there because he doesn't like that pair of socks. And he's got plenty. But, yeah, apparently the neighbor girl took off his socks and buried them in the leaves they put on the trampoline. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, that's another thing that got frustrating too, is like they started bringing barrels of leaves over from the neighbor's yard. Like, we have no leaves in our yard, and it's like now we do because they brought barrels of them over, or wheelbarrows of them over. And like we've told them, like, you're supposed to be asking us before you do stuff like this. Like, what the heck? And so like we basically told them, like, don't you bring any more over. The ones that you have are fine, but you're not bringing any more over. So, but yeah, his socks ended up getting buried in the leaves, and I'm realizing now I still haven't gone out and tried to find them. And it's been rainy, so that's probably gonna be gross to find. But yeah, it's just, and then of course, you know, they're like lollygagging as we're, and so they're trying to find the socks in the dark before they're leaving, and finally my fiance's like, no, just don't worry about them, we'll deal with it, just let's go, we gotta go. And so, boys ended up leaving, and then yeah, it was just a whole thing. But it was one of those moments where like they were gone, and as much as I love those kids, I am very thankful for the week free of them at this point, because it's just quiet for the most part. It attempts to be quiet. So, oh my god, this dog is pacing now. Oh. So yeah, then Monday hits. I made the decision not to go to class on Monday because as we're going through Pet Cemetery, I realized where this book was going, and honestly, it is a major trigger warning for me. Like, anything that has to deal with like young children passing is a major trigger for me, because I am so terrified all the time that something's going to happen to my little girl. And of course the kid in the book is around the same age as Sydney, and I was just like, nope. And I saw where it was going with everything, and I just like, nope, I can't do this. I can't. I can't. So I made the decision for my own mental health to sit out the discussion on Monday. And ended up working out too, because my fiance ended up having a meeting that he had to take part in about the exact time we'd be driving to school. So, so yeah, I ended up staying home yesterday, or Monday. I keep forgetting it's Wednesday. Hi, pup. Can you please lay down? Sorry, I need a sip of coffee. Yes. My phone's exploding. Let's see. Let's do ampersand. There you go. Hey, stop messing with my stuff. Stop. You are not going to be chewing this stuff. No. You're not chewing my boxes. Okay. an eyelash in here. There we go. Zero, come on, get out. Out. Go on. Stinker. Okay. So yeah, Monday. So yeah, I ended up staying home from class on Monday and just watching the littles while my fiance was in his meeting and stuff like that. And Monday actually wasn't too bad. It was quite relaxing and stuff, and I was like, I kind of had to laugh a little bit because on Sunday I kit up Flower Mermaid and stuff like that. And of course I'm working on this one. And after working on that giant landscape, every other painting just feels so small right now. Like I'm sitting here, I'm like, wow, this is going so fast, it's so tiny. Like I've already got the bottom row done on Flower Mermaid, and I've got almost the entire bottom row done here. And then I also have been working on my cross stitch conversion. I actually worked on it the last 2 nights, and I got at least one. I have one in almost the second row done. I'm actually bump out that second row this morning here because I don't like the release paper's like trying to fall off and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, let's finish this out. So I'll probably do that after the whip and chat here because I can't do it while talking. Sarah, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my God. Every 5 seconds. What? Okay. Anyways. My life is chaos. I know I say it a lot, but my life is chaos. So, where am I? Oh, I missed one of those. So yeah, what was I saying? Shit. Poop. Oh yeah, I've been working on my cross stitch conversion. So yeah, I'm gonna probably bump out the end of that row right after my whip and chat here, just because I can't focus on that and talk at the same time. Those take a lot of focus. Yeah, I don't know how Katie does it. I really don't. I'd be like going silent because I'd be like reading or counting or something. Anyways. So yeah, I've been bumping that out, and I figured like this month I'm just gonna take it easy because I went like really hard on Halloween paintings. I didn't really like have a set plan or anything. I was just like do as many of my Halloween paintings as I can in the 2 months of September and October, and yeah, I ended up over calculating a little bit because, well, I think my main problem was bringing in that huge landscape towards the end, and I was like, I probably should have saved this for next year, but I really wanted to work on it. So yeah, but it's done, so that's the important part. Okay, I am going to pause for a second because it's Nightcourt November, guys. You know what that means? Giveaway time. So this week I am giving away a tin of WIP wax. So Laura, thank you so much for your generous donations to this event. She made Midnight Pomegranate Scented WIP wax, and she has it in this gorgeous black tins. Like I said, I should have some soon so I can show you guys them in person, but if you look right here, I'm doing this flourish so my fiance sees it. But if you look right here, I will post a picture of the tins. So yeah, I'm so excited. First giveaway on my channel. Sorry. We're getting close to the second one too because we're almost to 500 subs. Woo! My daughter screamed when I said that. Okay, anyways, so for this giveaway, it's going to be standard rules as usual. Do not use the word giveaway, prize, anything like that in the comments. We want to try to avoid bots. That's very important. And so for our keyword, let's use the keyword book. So let me know, what is your favorite book? What book are you reading right now? What book are you most excited for? Just make sure you have the word book in there, and that'll be what I draw for. We will leave this open. Let's see. Get this calendar up. Okay, so we're starting today, November 8th. I'll be filming Tuesday the 14th, so let's say about like, let's say let's say, okay, we have the boys next week, so let's say about 6 p.m. Tuesday, November 14th. So make sure your entries are in before then, and then I will do a random comment picker, and we will pull for our first event prize. Yay! Anyways, so I'm excited about that. And then I will post the results in next week's WIP and Chat, and then from there we will get your information and send it off to Laura, and she will send it to you directly. So yeah, okay. So yeah, don't forget, keyword is book. Don't use any other, like, anything else like prize or giveaway or anything like that. Woo! Okay, where was I? Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, I was talking about the canvases and stuff like that. So, I was talking about my cross-stitch conversion. Okay, well, now we get to Tuesday. We'll get to Tuesday, yesterday. The day I was supposed to film this, but unfortunately things were very rough on Tuesday. So, first thing I dealt with is, you know, typical toddler stuff. Sydney was just getting into everything that she wasn't supposed to be getting into. Like, we have like our counter kind of like jets out into an island, and on the back of it there's like a cabinet, which we don't have anything like dangerous in there, but like there's like the bigger storage containers and stuff like that in there. And so she's been obsessing with like going in there and pulling things out and stuff like that, which has been annoying. Very annoying. Very annoying. So anyways, so yeah, I've been trying to stop her from doing stuff like that. Plus she's been climbing up on the gate, and she's been climbing on basically everything lately. Oh gosh, she is so close to falling out of her crib. Don't worry, she can't get hurt if she falls out. She's gonna land on carpet, and we moved all boxes away from her crib because we need to get her room situated. But yeah, she was just getting, like, climbing up in the gate and running over to my computer and messing with the buttons over there. And, like, she just, like, after game day, she watched me do it, but she noticed, like, my microphone, like, when you mute it, like, you can squeeze the microphone on my headset and it mutes it, and it gets this little red ring around it when it's muted. So now she just likes playing with that. She keeps muting and unmuting my headset. But, yeah, so I was getting frustrated with her, and then I was like, I made a promise to my fiance. I was like, okay, well, when I lay her down for a nap, I will try to do I'll try to do laundry. Like, because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I haven't folded laundry in months. Like, literal months. Like, since, like, end of September, months. And I'm like, okay, we need to get our house in order. Like, we had dishes piling up because, you know, we've been so crazy lately and just haven't had time for much. And, like, you know, balancing the kid and the puppy and just everything. It's so much. So I was like, we're like, right this week we're trying to get the house in order, basically. So I was like, okay, I will do the dishes. Hopefully that's sunlight. Okay, it's not. So, yeah. Or not dishes. I will do the laundry. So I get her in bed, and I pull up like a WIP and Chat to listen to and stuff like that, and like I get most of our stuff folded, so at least I got that part done. But like at least 3 times during that, I had to go in her room and like try to resettle her and stop her from trying to climb out of her crib, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so frustrating, because like laundry should have been an easy thing. Like I should have, like she should, like if she fell asleep, I would have been able to get through all the laundry before she woke up. But I didn't get that opportunity. So what is she doing? I don't know. So yeah, I got all of our stuff folded. And then like it was about the point where my fiance was like, I'll be coming home for lunch shortly. And like I was literally telling him, like, I'm having the worst day. Like I'm just having such a bad day. And so like I go to put her stuff away. Or I got all of his stuff put away and stuff like that, and my dresser sits inside our walk-in closet because I was like, yeah, just keep the room a little bit less cluttered and stuff like that, a little bit neater. Yeah, well, next to it is where our dirty laundry hamper is, but since the hamper has been occupied and holding clean clothes, we just been kind of throwing stuff on the floor, including our king-size comforter, and that was like sprawled in front of my dresser with like, and then also like recently I went through and, okay, that was the same symbol. I went through and like cleaned out my closet of things that I don't fit in anymore, and we're working on getting rid of that stuff. And so like all these bags are in there, and like I'm having a nightmare of a time. Like I can't get to my dresser, and I was just frustrated. And so I ended up just like throwing all the bags out of the room, and when he got home, like, get these out of here, like I cannot look at them anymore. And then honestly, he got home and I was on the floor in the closet crying because I was so frustrated. So yeah, it was a really bad mental day, and I think the way I put it, like, because we have like a nice chat on the Discord where we can just like vent and like talk about our feeling, like our bad days and stuff like that. And I just kind of like, I went in there and I'm like, I think I broke now. Like I think I'm officially broke. So yeah, that was it was a very rough day. And then like my fiance had to go back to work and everything like that, and I was just like, I'm not ready to deal with this. Oh, fuck. Sorry about that, guys. The sun's coming through and now it's messing with things. Okay, hold on. Okay, much better. I fixed it. So yeah. It was just, yeah, he ended up having to go, well, not ended up, but he went back to work, but since it was voting day, he was able to leave a little early because he went and voted and then came home. But yeah, it just was, I hit a point yesterday, and so, soon after he left, like, I was just feeding Sydney, and then I laid her down for another nap, and that time she did actually nap, and I was like, oh, good. And then during her nap, like, I was going to go back up and finish the laundry and stuff like that, but then I ended up texting him. I'm like, I'm just going to diamond paint right now because I need to get my mental health under control here. And he's like, no, that's what I was going to suggest that you do, but I didn't want to, like, add more stress to you, because he knows, like, I feel guilty when I don't do stuff that I say I'm going to do, especially, like, when it's chores and stuff like that, because it's, like, I feel like I'm letting him down and stuff like that, and, like, I should have done it yesterday, but I didn't. I waited till today, and, like, one of those ordeals. And so, like, I felt guilty. And, like, so he didn't want to, like, upset me by saying, like, you should just relax today, because that would have upset me. He knows me very well at this point. But yeah, I told him, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna relax during her nap, and I'll worry about it either later or tomorrow when you're home. And he's like, yeah, that's a good plan. So, yeah, later didn't happen, because by the time we got Sydney in bed and stuff like that, I was beat. I was just done. So, so yeah, I was like, I'm just gonna relax tonight. We'll deal with it tomorrow after class or something. So yeah, that was my day. And then of course, like, after he came home, he's like, so I was finishing up my section, and, like, I was on the last color, and he was, like, standing over me, staring me down. I'm like, what? And he's like, just finish your color. I'm like, oh, are you gonna make me stand up and hug you? He's like, yeah, I am. I'm like, okay. And so I finished up my color, and I stood up, and he gave me a big hug, and then he's like, we can get whatever you want for dinner tonight. I'm like, anything? He's like, yep, anything. And I was like, I want Olive Garden. So he got me at Olive Garden for dinner, and it was delicious. And after having dinner and taking a shower, I felt a lot better. So yeah, that was my day yesterday. It was rough, but we got through it, and today's another day. Woke up, or I got to sleep in today. Woke up feeling pretty good, and I woke up pretty. I think my body's still getting used to the time change and everything like that, because I woke up pretty early today. Like, usually, like, on days I sleep until like 10, but I got up at like 9:30 or something like that, maybe 9. I can't remember. So what time is it now? It's 11. Yeah, I think I got up at 9. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good today. And I got class later where I don't really have to do much because we have a group presenting. Like, this week is very easy for school. Like, I have like one homework assignment due all week long. I don't have to do any reading or anything like that. it just, I just kind of can kick back and chill. And I was also realizing I only have like a month left of school. Actually, I have exactly a month left of school at this point. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm almost done, guys. I almost have my bachelor's degree. This is insane. Just crazy after like 2 years of pushing and working and all that stuff, and it's almost done. And then I can find a job. So yeah. Oh yeah, and also, was it? No, I think it was on Monday. I made a decision. Of course, like after I made the decision, Bel Art and Nicole changed their event around to do exactly what I said I was gonna do. Or I said it in like Laura's Live or something like that. But yeah, I plan on only working on kids from small shops in December. December is a rough time of year for all of our small shop owners, and actually right now they're already suffering. And so I want to make sure that I highlight small shops on my video, on my channel, and on my Instagram, basically on all my socials. I want to highlight the small shops. As of right now, I have plans to work on my the painting's actually called Corgi Buns, but you know, Steph said it first. Zero Buns painting. Is that it? Did I phone my camera? I don't know. So, I plan on working on that one from Lazy River. Okay, that was that one. So I'm gonna work on that one. I'm getting the advent calendar from Swartz Designs, so excuse me. I plan on working on that once I get it all opened and stuff like that. And then I'm not sure if it'll be here in time, but so hold on, let me get a sip here. Okay, that should be better. Yeah, I'm not sure if it'll be here on time because we know Jade, we love her kids, but they do take a bit to get to us. So I ordered that new Martith Art one, the little fox with the Christmas globes. And so I have that one ordered. So if that one gets here in time, I will definitely be working on it. If not, I'll probably work on another Jada Gem Shop painting. Sorry. Or I would like to try to get my hands on an Enabler's Outpost painting because I've been dying to get a painting from them. I just haven't had the ability to do so yet. So maybe if they do like another like 20% off sale or something, I'll jump on it. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get my hands on one of their paintings and stuff like that. So yeah, that way we can just highlight our small shop friends and try to drum up some business for them. Because I know nothing helps more than seeing the paintings done in front of you. But yeah, so apparently Bel Art and Nicole came up with that idea as well. So their Be the Hero event is going to be for small shop, our paintings from small shops only. So there you go. So yeah, we gotta do what we can to help our small shops. I know a lot of them have said they've been struggling lately, so I've been trying to purchase small lately. I actually there was the Christmas releases, I was gonna get a Diamond Art Club painting, but then I decided to get a pen from Enabler's Outpost instead because I know they needed it more, and that painting will be there when I'm ready for it. I just don't have a lot of Christmas paintings in my stash, so it's like I feel like I need more like wintry and Christmas ones, even though that's like really not my jam. I hate winter because I live in New York, so you know the snow up here is ungodly. And I'm probably like way over an hour now. Oh no, just about there. Okay, well I'm gonna wrap this up. I don't have anything really planned yet for this week because we ended up finding a small shop haul that I didn't get posted, so I have an extra long small shop haul that was posted a couple days ago, I think it was. But yeah. So yeah, this week I'm probably gonna try to get like unboxing up, and I think I'm really behind on post reviews, so I gotta really start pushing out some post reviews. So I'll probably do an unboxing and a post review, and I'm probably gonna just like keep pushing the post reviews throughout the weeks to come. I need to get a good plan going here. Is that all that? I think so. I missed a lot of the dollar signs. Okay. So yeah, that should be it for this video. We got through a decent amount of this section. This is the most color blocky kit I've ever worked on from Jada Jump Shop, I'm not gonna lie. I was actually pretty surprised when I looked at it. I'm like, oh wait, there's a lot of color blocking in here. Sweet. But also not sweet because it's gonna go so fast. But it's okay. I have a second acotar painting I can bust out if I need to. Also, I have a lot of other paintings I can bust out. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the WIP and chat. Let me know in the comments. Let me know how you guys are doing. What did your week look like? Are you guys participating in the event? I'd love to know. And of course, make sure you're using that keyword in there. And yeah, if you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed and you listen to me ramble for an hour, you're definitely going to like it here. So you want to hit that little subscribe button down there. And then hit that bell to be notified whenever I post new videos. Generally, WIP and chats go up on Wednesdays, but things like small shop hauls, post reviews, unboxings, those are more random. So you want to hit that bell to be notified whenever I post new videos. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.